I was about 12 or 13 years old when my neighbor's daughter got pregnant at home. She was about 16 or 17 years old at the time. She had just finished writing her WAEC examinations, preparing for JAM, going to the university, and all of that. And she got pregnant for the boy that lived upstairs. Shortly before she gave birth, her parents asked her to pack her bags, her load, everything, and move upstairs to live with the boy. And then she gave birth to the child in the boy's house. Now, this guy was living with his grandparents in the same house. After she gave birth, she started selling food at a construction site, and life was just moving on. And then I got to school. I went to a boarding school. By the time I came back home for the summer break, she had another child. I went back to school again and came back. This time I was in SS2 and she had another child. I went back again to school, graduated, and came back. She had another child. And all of this time, she was still living with the boy upstairs. There was barely any marriage ceremony as we know it, right? And then she had started selling groceries at the gate of the house because the construction had ended. By the time I finished my service and came back home, she had had about 7 kids, 7 or 8 children for this guy. Now, this guy was not doing anything other than carpentry work at the time. They were all living in a one-room apartment. I asked my mother, is it that the women in this compound have not advised this woman about family planning and all of that? I said, they have, oh, they have. It was then it dawned on me that nobody was talking to the man. The man was barely seen. There was no community of men that could call him out and say, guy, this is not proper. You have 8 children. They can barely feed. They are not going to school. And you just keep having these children. And all of them are stuck in one small cubicle. Doesn't make any sense. This is the reality for a lot of men. They might not be having children everywhere, but the truth is that a lot of men just grow up to figure out life by themselves without that guidance, without that community of men. I feel that life will be a lot more better for them. Life will be a lot more better for their families, for their wives, their children, even for their communities, if there were a community of men or a group of men that could mentor young people deliberately. I wish that men above 40, 50, 60 can begin to create contents to share life lessons, to guide them. I feel like men should respectfully have structures that fit the realities of the male child and help these men grow and become better. Anyway, I'll see you in my next video.